What's up, YouTube? It's AZ BRZ 520. I know it's been a while, but had a long day yesterday, as well as within the past month. But I have an update, and it's a good one because I think I'm completely finished with my build, and I'm pretty impressed with the final results. I got my dyno sheet here. I don't know if y'all can see this really well, but it clocked in at 406 to the wheels and 274 torque on E85 with the high boost pulley that I installed. But I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I had done so far to the car. I did more than just the high boost pulley, but the reason why it took so long to begin with is my tuner was having some troubles with the E85 program. So what he did is he was getting in contact with ECU, going back and forth, and of course they're out of Europe, so it does take a while to get back. But in any case, I did get a few other little goodies in the meantime. I went ahead and installed the, let's see here, went ahead and got a new cop radar. Let's see what the brand, it's an Escort. Let's see, it is an Escort X70. I like it. I've only had it for a couple of weeks, but it works really well. Downside is this obnoxious cord that runs from the top down to the bottom because the little outlets there. So unfortunately, you have this obnoxious cord that kind of dangles. But other than that, it works pretty well. Also, too, I went ahead and I also installed a backup camera, the Beat Sonic backup camera. As you can see, it plugs right into, or screws right into the bolts that hold your license plate on there. So that works pretty well. And let's see here, what else did I do? Oh, the biggest two things that I did, and that's the reason why I had it back in the shop, was to obviously get the high boost pulley done, but also to install the drive shaft. I did not get the carbon fiber one, I did get the aluminum one. It was like a 1 pound difference, but it was like a $500 difference in price, so I figured 1 pound for 500 bucks isn't worth it. So I went ahead and put that in. I also put in new transmission fluid. I put the Motul 300 in there, so that way it wasn't as grinding the gears when I'm shifting, and it's actually a lot smoother. Between the Cartboy short shifter, the flossy oversized shift knob, and the new drive shaft, along with the new fluid in there, it's really smooth. I'm really impressed. The other big thing too that I installed was the sway bars and everything too. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I did install the front and rear sway bars. That made a huge difference in keeping the car in place, especially with all that horsepower. It does kind of get out of place at times, and the back end kind of goes a little wild. But now that I got 406 to the wheels now, I think I may have to get more than just my the 255 Michelin Pilot Super Sports in the back, because I have 255s in the front as well. I may have to go ahead and get 265s or 275s in the back just to keep traction, because the first 3 gears I can't keep traction at all. Which, not complaining, it is a lot of fun, but it's just not something that I want to be doing. If I'm going to be racing, then of course you don't want to be sliding all over the place and burning tire because you're not going anywhere. The other little thing that I did, it's not even that big of a deal, but I went ahead and got a new center console button here for the traction control, and the VSC sports button. You can get them on ft86speedfactory.com. They sell all of your every little piece that I have painted in here red. They sell all of those, including even the door handles. They sell them all in black, and they're all OEM spec'd. But it does, it makes it look a little nicer, at least for my build. Still want to do something along with these knobs and stuff. They're all silver, so I'm hoping that maybe I can get those painted red or something like that too. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Let's see, as far as the engine is concerned, didn't really do too much to the engine, except for the high boost pulley, of course. Yeah, just the high boost pulley that went back in here, and it did make obviously a huge difference from 340 to 406. That's a pretty good gain from the low boost to the high boost. Other other than that, that's pretty much it. So the story goes, my tuner was driving my car the day after he had already got it tuned just to test it, make sure everything was running correctly. And he got pulled over by a cop, and it was a highway patrol officer, and good thing he wasn't speeding. He was exceeding to the speed limit on going on the on-ramp onto the freeway hauling ass, and of course my exhaust being as loud as it is caught his attention, so he pulled him over and pretty much told him that the taillights are too dark, which is bullshit because those are Volante smoked lenses and they're not tinted, so can't say anything about that. Of course, he said the exhaust is too loud, which I can understand that, and I guess over here in Arizona where I'm at, in the county that I'm at, it is illegal to alter or make your muffler sound of your vehicle louder than when it originally came from factory. So I guess that's pretty much like 70% of all the vehicles on the road have, you know, mufflers or exhausts or whatnot, whether it be a car or a truck. So yeah, that being said, that kind of stinks, but I guess I gotta, you know, just be very careful. That's why I bought the cop radar. So now I don't have to worry so much about, you know, cops in the area. And it does have that Escort app that you can connect it by Bluetooth on your phone, so that way you can kind of pinpoint on the map whether or not, if it's, you know, a red light camera, speed trap, radar gun, whatever it is. They have different little icons on there, and if there is something that you see on the app that's not on there, then you can go ahead and just, you know, pinpoint whatever you saw. If there's a cop in a certain area, so anybody that lives in your area that has that exact app, they'll be able to share what they see with you as well, and they can see what you put on there. So you're kind of helping the community out as far as keeping them from getting in trouble. I'm just trying to think if there was one last thing that I did. Like I said, the drive shaft and the new transmission fluid, high boost pulley, and I guess that's pretty much it for the most part. I'm going to go ahead and do another review once I have someone to hold the camera this time, so that way y'all get a better angle and you guys can actually see the speedometer and everything and the gears and 0 to 60. It's a lot of fun. This car is, I think, is pretty much done. Oh, yes, the one biggest thing, last but not least, I got it back about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So this last weekend, I went down to the Specialists, which are a audio and, you know, they're a car upholstery. They're like pretty much a car place that they do all types of stuff. Well, they're really notorious for doing really well on their sound systems. So without further ado, this is my sound system that's in my car. They are Rockford Fosgates P3s, two 10-inch subs, Rockford Fosgate amp. It's the Mono Punch amp. I'm not exactly sure it's the model. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's P500X1BD. And it's vinyl wrapped in here. So they did a vinyl wrap. They did like a beauty board. So that way you can't see in behind the back of the seat. So unfortunately now I don't have a trunk light. So what they did is they tied the trunk light into these LEDs, so that way when the trunk opens, the LEDs come on, and when I shut it, they turn back off. The other downside is I can't pull my straps to lay my back seat down from this side, so I have to fold them from the inside, so that way I can pull my back seat down, and that's where the guts of the box is. So it's pretty much a box, and they took this beauty board and they went ahead and velcroed it over the box and tied it all in around the corners, so that way it looked really nice, and added the LEDs, and I'm really pleased with that. So I was going to go with the OEM audio setup. They had they have one where you can just get one 10-inch in the corner, but I really wanted the one that had two one in each corner and have the two together. But for $3,000 plus, I wasn't going to be willing to spend that much money. I've already spent too much money in this car as it is, so I went ahead and went and got down there. So that whole setup, install, when they also installed the backup camera too, was about $1,800, but I think it was money well worth spent. It definitely hits really hard, and it's not competition speakers, and I told them, I said, I don't want any entry level, I don't want competition speakers, I want to be just in the middle, that way I can, if it hurts my ears, I know it's good, but if it doesn't hurt my ears and it's on full blast, and there's a problem. So Other than that, that's pretty much it for the most part. I just wanted to give you all an update. I know it's been a very long time. Hoping to get some more subscribers here too. So if you have any friends or family members that may be interested in looking at this car, or anybody who's looking at buying this car that may have questions about any of the parts, I'm trying to get my 3-ring binder together to go ahead and show everybody the list of all the parts. I mean, I know I've had videos within the past 3 or 4 months that have kind of gone over most of the parts, but I'm sure I'm probably forgetting a few. There's just so much that's involved in this car, and I know I could have gone a different route. I could have, you know, for as much as I did to this car, I could have probably did a engine swap, but you know what? It's my first car. It's my first sports car actually, and car in general. I'm a truck guy, so I wasn't really familiar when I got into the car world. So now that I'm kind of got into it, I'm really happy. Now I'm kind of done. So it's kind of like, what's next? I don't know yet. I'm hoping that maybe in the future, getting an all-wheel drive car, maybe. I'm hoping maybe when I have enough money in this world that to get a GTR, maybe a Viper, or maybe even a Toyota Supra if they ever make one again. Other than that, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, you want to see something that I haven't mentioned yet, or want me to review on a particular part, just let me know, comment in the box, or send me a message on YouTube. Other than that, you guys have yourselves a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace.